But man, oh man, I'm excited to see finally this matchup between, I feel like, what we've been talking about as the two best teams in the Pro League. So throw out your channel point predictions right now. It is open. So whoever you're taking, throw in all your money. Why not bet it all in this best of 7? It is going to be pretty dang hype. So, Lumi, what about you? Who are you taking as we get ready 1 minute away from match number 1?
I mean, to be honest, I'm not too sure who's going to win, but if I had to pick one, I'd say Whole Lotta Rage does have the advantage here. I mean, Jackpot, I mean, sure, they do have some really strong players, but Whole Lotta Rage, they have a little more of that synergy that you need at this level. And you saw they were playing very aggressive in the last game and just able to come back after like heavy losses. So I'm really putting my money on Whole Lotta Rage here. But Jackpot is really the team to beat Whole Lotta Rage in this league. And this is going to be a really great matchup.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for. Let's see if we can get a game number 7 here. That would be amazing. So let's see. Can we get a game number 7? That is what we all want today. We are ready for game number 1 in just a moment. So if you have not bet your channel points, make sure to do that right here, right now. This is going to be a pretty dang close matchup as we can tell so far. So IPS and Lumi, and maybe we'll have Stormy in here in a little bit, but let's at least kick off game number 1. We got Rainmaker, Starfish main stage, Whole Lotta Rage versus Jackpot. Winner of this best of 7 goes to the finals and has a shot at a prize pool that will most likely be over $100. Let's get into it right now.
All right, we're starting off on Rainmaker, Starfish main stage. Both teams' comps coming out right now on the side of LR. We see the comp come. We see now the Gator Jr. with that Domo Zap, the infamous double armor pairing, as well as Manus on his famous Nautilus, and now, of course, on the Nylon Xylophone machine. And right on the side of Jackpot, we have Leafy's Nautilus, Q on that Squeezer, Keo still on that Splash, and Shadow Wind on that Supporter Jr. there. And now already a pick coming off double LRs. They're going to start making their own push. Zap going down. We're 3-3 situation. Keo trying to make something happen on the side there. He's going to have to back up. Manus on the same jet. Looking for a pick. 2 down right now for double LR. This might be the Rainmaker going down to, as Manus is going to get pushed on his jump right now. Pretty much getting pushed back. And already, you know, Lumi, we see that WLR trying to make a really quick push, but Jackpot just stopping it instantly.
I mean, yeah, this is definitely a very even matchup. Both teams are just, see, they're at like the height of their plays right now. They're doing a really good job of working together. You see right there, those picks are really going to help to make way for the next push. And I think this is a Whole Lotta Rage's chance. I mean, see, they're trying to find some picks, but Leafy getting a good stop on the Rainmaker is going to go down, however. Right now, it is 3v3 on the map. Keo is just trying to stay safe here. And they're trying to get paint on Bramble right now. A Whole Lotta Rage really does have the paint advantage to get their kills going. The armor coming out, that's going to help them even more.
Yeah, we just see it right now. WLR seems to have had pretty much the pushing offensive most of this game. As I say that, though...
A Whole Lotta Rage only one up right now.
Yeah, Gator getting that really good bubble trade there on Q, and right now, actually, the Rainmaker in a prime position for Jackpot to make a push. The armor coming out. Leafy with it at the ready. Gonna go for that pick on Domo there, but gets the pick on Domo right now. 3v2 situation. WLR needs to be careful here. If they go down, actually, Nylon does go down. This is gonna be a big push for Jackpot. Already down to the 35, going down below 20, and that is a push to 19. Right now, 1-3-4 situation. You know, Jackpot's still trying to keep that positions up there. Domo is going to go down. I believe these Nautilus is going to try to push that top right. Is going to go down as well. And, you know, Lumi, really good push coming out from Jackpot. And they're still keeping that, trying to keep that control there.
I mean, seriously, in just a matter of seconds, they went from 0 to 19 remaining. That's a lot of points. It's really going to help them to move on to the defense now. Keo's out here trying to find some things, trying to maybe find some support for their team. It's just not really doing a lot. I mean, they have armor on the other team. It's making it even harder to find those picks. I mean, right now it is kind of a stalemate as they're trying to find some kills right now. It's hard to approach right now, especially with the Rainmaker. But they are advancing, getting more points.
Yeah, we see right now it is a 3-3 situation. WR is starting to get some kind of momentum push in. 2 down right now on the side of Jackpot. 1 minute respawn. This might be a lead chip. It gets up at 21. WR still in prime position to keep that push going. Unfortunately, Domo does go down. Maz goes down as well, and it is only Nylon left here. Now on this flank, might be able to get
Nylon's going to try to find it.
But he's on his own, so he's going to have to opt for the backup. Now in a fight with Q, is going to get triple teamed and is going to go down. Really, really, really good defense there by Jackpot. Pretty much being at disadvantage, but still able to stop that Rainbow just in time before it got that lead there. Right now, Jackpot still though kind of in the back foot as WR still holding mid here. As I said, now going in for some picks. Is going to get one, I believe, and still keep going as no one's really getting a pick on him. Q now getting pushed back, and this might be another WLR push.
You see, they're trying to find some picks there. Madness using his inkjet, trying to apply even more pressure. You see, there's a lot of long-range pressure right now with both the Rainmaker and the Jet. And with the comp that's really relying on the Weezer and knowledge for range, it causes a lot of problems with stability. Right now, a whole lot of range trying to find some kills and advance to take that lead back. It's just one down side of Jackpot. This is their chance to push up, but Madness going to go down to an unfortunate bomb.
Yeah, it's true unfortunate again. They just fail to take that lead. It really seems like right now Jackpot, no matter what, even when they go down members, is trying their best to just keep that control. Just keep their position and not move.
From a minute ago.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Rangers going to reset there as League does jump it off. And once again, we're pretty much the same situation again. You know, Double R has mid. Jackpot's trying to hold their snipes, trying to hold their positions. You know, not trying to go down altogether, but you know, Nylon and Fortune going down the machine right now with 30 seconds left. If Double R wants to make something happen here, they're gonna get a bunch of picks. As Madness now struggling to make something happen, he's gonna have to back a little bit. 4-4 situation now for both teams. This is the game that's gonna matter as Shadow Wind does go down. 2 down on the side of Jackpot. Both ready to go. Bombers coming out from Theo.
Those bombs coming out.
Down, and the last one left. That's a wipe on the side of WLR, and it seems like Jackpot's gonna take this game. As we do tick down a little bit here right now. WLR trying to get back in mid, and Jackpot is gonna take game 1 against WLR, make it a set 1-0. And you know, this is maybe one not some people were expecting, but you know, Jackpot right now making a statement to start off this set.
I mean, a lot of back and forth that game. We saw a lot of good pushes, and unfortunately, I mean, a lot of rage got stopped just before taking it 2 times in a row.
That's the spice I like, though, guys. That's what I want to see out of this series is those close, intense moments. I mean, as you were saying there, 21-19, and not only that, but a whole lot of rage. Seemed like they had multiple chances. They had control the whole time near the end to try to get that final push. But Jackpot getting that push to 19, that's all they needed. And heck, if you predicted a whole lot of rage, now you're down 1-0. Of course, this is the best of 7, so of course, you know, they have many more opportunities. We are now going to be going to tower control on Inkblot Art Academy. And I was expecting to say, how does Jackpot get back into the series and tie it up? But IPS, this time, for the first time ever, we're saying, how does Whole Lot of Rage tie this up as a 1-1?
Well, we saw pretty much most of that game there. Just Jackpot held the positions really, really well. Like, both times, you know, WLR was stopped at 21, but, you know, Jackpot, even when they were 2 down, 3 down, whatever, they just held positions. They tried to hold different positions, you know. When WLR had mid, Jackpot tried to hold snipe. Once WLR started pushing in, they dropped snipe to hold their street area, that ramp. And by holding that, they were able to get that pick on the Rainmaker even when, you know, he had like 3-4 people shooting at them. So definitely really good player by Jackpot. And I feel like if WLR wants to win this set, you know, win this game, especially on a map like Inkblot, they're going to want to get control of those bats. They want to break through that Jackpot defense. And the one way they're going to have to do that, for example, is they're going to have to basically get Jackpot off those bats. Because if Jackpot can just stay on those bats with the weapons they have being Squeeze or Splash, you know, they're just going to be able to sit up there and just spray the tower and have no contention at all.
Yep. Well, we'll see. We got a minute. The teams are going to choose their weapons. We're going to sub out commentators. Lumi, you got to go. Thank you so much for being here. Anything you want to say to the stream?
I mean, just keep supporting it. This is a great set we have here right now. It's going to unfold into probably a game 7, but good luck to both the teams, and it was an honor being here.
Sweet. Thank you so much. And Stormy coming on in. How you doing? You ready to commentate this Hype Pro action?
Yes, I am very excited to be here. Two
Yeah.
really strong teams going against each other. I've been waiting for this matchup, so I'm super excited to commentate it.
Yeah, I think we've all been waiting for it, and we are into game number 2 now. Here we go in just a moment. So let's jump into it. A whole lot of rage, looking for a win to tie us up 1-1. Again, this is a best of 7, so whoever gets to win number 4 first, gonna go straight to the finals. Let's jump into game number 2.
Right, now we're jumping into TC Ink Block, and we see now both comps coming out on the side LR. Pretty much same thing, except seeing something that Gator hasn't pulled out, I believe, in a while once again. Just pulling out that Squiffer. Now double armor still, of course, still is pretty much the same comp, everything else, the machine, the knot, the zap. Meanwhile, on the side of Jackpot, yeah, just same comp coming out as well. So not much in comp changes here, but we do see another kind of a change here as now that first pick does come out for Double R. As soon as I say out those Stormy, some picks coming out for Jackpot, as it seems like Double R is being thrown in the back foot already.
Yeah, exactly. We see Q here on this squeezer a little bit, but she goes down. This is a very interesting comp choice coming out. With the Squiffer coming from both sides. I think that WR has a significant advantage here because they have a more, compact comp, and they can probably push up and take the lead here. But with Q here on this splash, it's gonna be really hard for them to do anything.
Yeah, as you say, it does go down though, and it does seem like the first push is going to go to WLR. And I was saying earlier, like, if they want to make a push here, they got to get through those bats, as Armor isn't ready for Shadow Wind, which I believe is now coming out. So this is the defensive push now coming out from Jackpot. They do get Nylon, and that is already a 43 situation for them. Aja does come out from Madness, though. Maybe look for pick. It's going to now retreat back. Domo trying to hold this right side with his zap. Might go down on Leafy. Does go down with that fall off. Double for Leafy, and that is going to be stopping the push. Triple coming from Leafy, and Stormy, just like that, Double R's push is just done.
Leafy is such a good Nautilus player, one of the best top-level Nautilus that we have ever seen, top-level Slayers, and seeing her go at it here against WLR is really fun to watch, seeing her get a bunch of picks. And now it is, but now we see Jackpot here pushing up, looking to make their push. If they want to sit here and take the lead back from Jackpot, they need to get rid of Leafy, and they need to get rid of this machine, and as soon as they're doing that.
Yeah, and they're just doing it right now. They're doing what basically Royal R had to do, just take control of those bats. And by taking control of those bats, as you see now, WR is just pushed back to basically having to kind of trying to take back their bats, or pushing back to that far right side. We see now Ancient coming out from Leafy, maybe looking for a pick on Madness here. Madness is going to get out just in time, but those bubbles going to come in, though, from Q. Not popped yet, but going to pretty much get shredded there by the Nautilus Splash. They're coming in from Nile to completely take out those bubbles. And right now, just Double R trying to hold their positions. Now popping armor. 2 down on Jackpot, and this might be the end of that push, especially if Mass Flash with his Inkjet. He's not going to find one, but with an Inkjet and just the rest of the pressure coming for Double R, mid might be going now back to them. And, maybe a pick on Shadow Wind here from Domo. Does get it, but Leafy going to drop down and get the pick on Domo as Manus comes in and gets the pick on Leafy, and another one gets the rest from Jackpot. And now we see WLR getting on tower with this map control, maybe trying to make a push to their own Stormy.
Yeah, exactly. WR did a really good job of pushing and defending, not dropping and feeding, and now they have an opportunity to push of their own. And it looks like they have the picks. Yeah, exactly. They have the picks, they have the resources, to make a really good push here. And Jackpot needs to use this push accordingly to stop this push, and it looks like they'll be able to do so as the armor does come out, and WR is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, Nylon there went down. He's trying to come back in here now as soon as possible. Pretty much Double R is doing something really good. They're trying to keep that control around the tower to still be able to come back in as soon as they get the picks. But right now, they're kind of struggling as the armor does come out for them, though. Maybe another armor here going to come out from Domo. Trade from Nylon and Shao here. Domo going to go in with that zap. Maybe looking for a pick back there. A jump in there right in front of him. That is Kyo. That is 3. That's great. For Jackpot. That might be leading out going to Double R, and it does shift. As now, pretty much Gators right his tower with that Swiffer, and this might be a KO here if they cannot get the picks, and that is going to be a KO, and holy, that was so much happening at once that my voice cracked twice.
Yes, wow, indeed.
Sound like a fucking girl there for a second, Lord.
I think what gave WR the advantage there was that double armor comp They just had it because like their push was stopped for a second, but they got another army immediately and were able to keep pushing tower, and that's how they got the KO.
Yeah, that was beautiful. To me, I think what separates some of these high-level teams from the low-level teams is not cracking under pressure. And for a while, I was watching it, and I was like, oh, man, Jackpot, they could get this KO right here. But, because Whole Lotta Rage is such a high-level team, I feel like they had the composure to make the stop and then push it all the way back to get their own KO after a couple tries. So, Whole Lotta Rage, nice job tying up the series at 1-1. Stormy, so far after seeing these two games, who are you giving the edge to? It seems like this is going to be, as we said, maybe a Game 7 type of series.
Man, it's going to be really hard to get the edge when both teams have amazing players, amazing top-level players, amazing skills, and a lot of great coordination. But I want to give it to Jackpot. I feel like they have something to prove. Even with these two people, like Q came back and they got Q as sub. I feel like they still have something to prove though, as using the name. So I feel like they have the mindset to take this win over WR.
Yeah, well, now we move on to game number 3, which is Splat Zone Skipper Pavilion. IPS, walk us around this strategy for this map for these high-level teams. We've seen some of the lower-level teams try to play this map and try to, go the two different routes. How do these high-level teams approach this map and mode?
It really depends on the comp from both teams, but a lot of teams kind of how they play Skipper Pavilion is that, you kind of usually have maybe a 1-3 or a 2-2 split, one going top or two going top, and then 3 going bottom or 2 going bottom. You have your fights up there, and whatever happens there, one team gets control. Then once that one team has control, they want to try pretty much set up bottom, get all the paint around there, get their specials from there. And from there, the other team is going to usually push from top, maybe send a guy bottom, maybe 2, or maybe push from bottom even in general. But usually they do push from top, so it has a pretty good angle. You have the height advantage there, so it does help a lot of weapons there. So if when the team from push from top, you basically want to be able to hold that top. You want to be able to hold that zone, which isn't the easiest feat. And different teams do it different ways. But one of the strats I've seen is quite simply just spam. If you got bombs, you throw the bombs. If you got specials, you throw the specials. You got a shoe, you throw the shoe. You throw whatever you can at them to make them not get past that balloon. And if they can't get past, then they don't get zoned. If they do, then you will lose control and probably get snowballed. And as we see now coming in, we see both teams come out with their comps on the side of Jackpot. The same comp, the side of WR, same comp coming out. Meanwhile, on the side of Jackpot, we see that Tenta Cerebrella coming out, one of the more infamous weapons on this map. Yeah, the Kyo try. I mean, not much of a surprise there. But there is pretty much now kind of a situation here that Jackpot is going down. This is actually going to be a good starting situation for WR here. As right now, as I said, they're trying to hold this mid area. They're holding that bottom mid. They painted everything. Armor does come out for Jackpot, though. They're going to start trying to push in. They believe they're trying to push from bottom here. Take that angle with that Tenebrella. Bubbles coming out from Q with that curling rush. Maybe looking for the zone cap. Kyo does go down with that tries though. Get flank from Madness. WR is going to keep the zone here. Another one goes down, and Domo going to get the pick on the Tenebrella. And that is pretty much a delay wipe on Jackpot. And Stormy right now, WR is just keeping this control.
Yeah, they're keeping a lot of control. They just maintain the zone. I thought they were going to cap with the curling rushes and the bubbles, and I thought, but no, they just stayed patient, waited, got the special, and pushed back in. And if they're not careful, Jackpot can end up losing this game.
Really good splash, and they're coming from Nylon, basically canceling most of that bomb rush, although they still get that cap, though. But, that cap will not matter if, Jackpot can snowball from it, and they won't be able to snowball as pretty much everyone for the side Jackpot goes down. As I say that, though, they do still keep that cap. AJ from Leafy does stall a little bit. Wall coming out from Shadow there to defend Leafy. Really good wall. Just amazing teamwork there. And now pretty much another push coming in from Jackpot. Leafy getting a good pick there on Madness, just shutting him down, getting a double onto Domo. Now looking for now. Leafy doing a little cheeky split back as well. And that is going to now be pick on Nylon, and this is now control for Jackpot. And now WR is going to be put in a situation to get back in.
I don't think that was a squid bag. I think that was probably an accident. Maybe it was a squid bag, knowing Leafy. But, you know, it's cool even if it was. But
Yeah,
either way, we see WR here trying to make way back in the zone. They have 2 armors at the ready. They do pop 1, and so maybe they'll pop 2. But it seems right now that Jackpot just has them backed up into a corner, and they might be able to keep the zone, but no, they do get the cap. And with all these specials coming out from both teams, it's hard to tell who has the advantage, but for overall, WR looks like they have the advantage over this entire match, and Jackpot needs to figure out a way to get past them and get back in.
Yeah, I'm saying on this map, we see so many specials coming out, but that's because this map is so special-centric. If you want a definition of Splatoon 2's meta for pretty much the past year or so, it is Skipper Pavilion, and we see right now just Gator on this Squiffer trying to put pressure in their team, trying to keep its own pain. Does get a nice pick on Leafy there. Good, trying to get another pick here, but is going to be struggling because he's just back off that bomb rush. Timberella does go down, and it's going to be another control for WR here. And honestly, they're just keeping it in here, as even we saw earlier when they got zone back there, when it seemed like they couldn't, even though the Squiffer went down, they saw there was 2 on the Squiffer, and now it's supposed to flash on zone. And pretty much that's translated to here now, where 3 specials at the ready for WLR, being 2 armors and an inkjet. It's going to be really hard for them to get back in, for Jackpot to get back in, especially with Keo going down. Pretty much now going in with this bomb rush, hoping for the best. Bubbles might come out soon from Q.
They're not going to cap it.
That's a double, and
Q's
are going with the bubbles. This might be game now.
Yeah, that's
gonna
game.
go. That's game. And WLR pretty much just taking game 2 pretty convincingly there. Now putting Jackpot on the back foot themselves, up 2-1.
See, I think one thing that we didn't talk about is the point sisters coming out from the Squiffer. I feel like those point sisters gave Jackpot a lot of trouble just for the fact that the Squiffer, we're running 10, right? You got yourself a point sister, you just locate anyone on that map, especially that tent. So you just basically enabling the tent from doing anything, and that's how they got the win.
Sure, there's definitely a lot more factors, of course. Like we saw at one point, like again, there was 2 people on Gator, and while 2 were trying to pick off Gator as he was just trying to survive, I believe now saw the opportunity. They were just able to splash down zone and get the cap for WLR, and basically just kind of stalled out Jackpot completely. But that whole game, in the end, was just WLR got the picks, and they just spammed better because it is Skipper Pavilion, and what else are you going to do with that map?
Yeah, good game definitely by both teams. WR definitely getting the edge over them, and it's looking like, you know, if they keep playing like that, they could definitely have the series now up 2-1 in this best of 7. But now we are moving to Clam Blitz Anchovy games. So Stormy, Jackpot now down 2-1. They need to tie this series up. What can they do in this map mode?
Oh man, what's map mode again?
Anchovy Clam Blitz.
Oh wow. See, okay. See, this here they have to abuse Q's bubble. You know, I assume Q will run Squeezer again. And they have a significant advantage running those bubbles here on this map. Or they might go with that tent, which they also have another advantage running that here. They have to use like their specials to push into that basket. And with them running bubbles, I feel like they have a major advantage map in the mode. They just have to play around WLR's comp, have to play around with their aggression, use their aggression against them, and maybe find some picks. Like, I feel like Keo can do a lot more. Keo's been struggling a little bit in this set, but once Keo starts popping off, that's it.
Yeah, we saw Keo definitely pop off that last series, but not having just as much success against a team like WLR. Of course, this is game number 4. They still have a chance, and we'll see. Right now, action started, so throw in the chat, who are you rooting for, WLR, Jackpot? Game number 4 of this best of 7. We are ready for some more action.
Right, now going into Clam Blitz Anchovy, both comps coming out now. We see on the side of WLR an
Is that an orange zap?
That's Zap 89, and that means there's only 1 armor and actually a bunch of missile spam that is going to come for WLR. Meanwhile, on the side of Jackpot, we see pretty much the same comp coming out, but now they're running a V10, which means, as you said, Stormy, they got to abuse Q's bubbles, right? Well, now they got Shadowwind's bubbles too, so they got to abuse a lot of bubbles, as Naruto already coming in here in mid, going to get a trade on VKO, and now 2 down. Actually, that's 3 down inside WLR, though, and this actually might be the first push going to Jackpot right now. Zuni's going to take the spam, but the Shark coming from Madness is going to get 1. maybe 2 here if he turns around on Keo, but not. Decides to do a 360 and turn around on Q. Gonna go down to Q though, unfortunately. Does go down to Nylon though, and unfortunately not really a push coming out from Jackpot, but still a decent amount of pressure there that definitely isn't so WLR down.
Yeah, for real. They slowed them down for real, but it seems like map control is still in the favor of Jackpot, and they need to use that map control and keep it, you know, maybe push back in, but the try does go down, so they will probably start losing map control now as they find some picks here. And now WLR is looking to make a push of their own, and with these specials coming out here, and with not a really strong defense coming out, this is going to be trouble for Jackpot.
Yeah, but Q there with a clutch pick on the power clam, and unfortunately, Man's just gonna run in and get Keo and Leafy. And that's actually a wipe now on Jackpot, and Man is with that double has pretty much opened the chance for WLR to get a big push here. As right now, Gator now coming in here with more clams, and right now, even though they have 6 clams, they're not really getting much still a push going, as unfortunately 2 do go down WLR, and yeah, that is going to be now Jackpot coming back into control here, as they do get Gator on that right side, which does kind of delay and stagger the respawns for WLR. That's 2 now coming from Q on that squeeze. A really good pick on the fan there. Maybe looking for the triple here on Domo, putting out the bubbles to possibly do that, but Domo does get out just in time, saving himself from those bubbles. Putting a bubble on the right, but Nylon with the shark does get 1. Might be able to get 2 if he can get Shadow in here. Unfortunately, getting double teamed, so might not be able to find 2. Does get a trade on Keo though, and that does mean Shadow's the last one left. Now, pretty much just Gator gonna go in here with the power clam, make a push of his own. More clams now coming in from Domo, as unfortunately Shadow does win out for Jackpot. Another power clam coming in from WLR and Stormy. This just seems to be a bunch of plays happening really quickly, as WLR seems to be snowballing.
Yeah, like every time that Jackpot has an opportunity to come in for a push, they find some picks. WLR, at least one of them pops off, gets a triple, gets a double, and stops their push completely. And one thing I want to point out is that Q has the ability to pop her bubbles anytime she wants, because she has the tent back there with bubbles. So, and the tent is the main push, so she can pop her bubbles out like this and push them aggressively. And now they need to start coordinating the push with both these bubbles, but it doesn't seem like they're having a lot of luck and just getting blocked out by these missile spam, and that's why they're struggling to find a push here.
Yeah, but I said it right now, there is 3 power clams at the ready for Jackpot. 1 does go down. This might be only 2 down. This might be the opening that Jackpot needs to get 1. They will get maybe 3 and 2. That is actually But the final power clam does go down. But that is another trouble though. Q getting trying to get those clams, and Keo with the bubble.
That could have been huge. IPS, that could have been huge. Like, you saw in the back there that they were looking to jump, but then it just got stopped. So I don't know who on WLR got that pick, but that was a major pick. Nice job knowing the objective, knowing what's going on, paying attention to stop that push completely. And now they have an opportunity to get a push of their own, but they do go down. So Jackpot needs to move fast here and get a push of their own. That's Kiwi's a pick. And now this looks really good for Jackpot, and WLR needs to be careful.
Yeah, it was really unfortunate there, because I believe Leaf was Ninja, and then when she came back, she got camped. But this is another chance now for Jackpot. They do still have control. They do need more than just that 1 power, though. But if they can get that in, plus the other plants, bubbles coming out, both of them, power them going to go in from Shadow in. 1 does go down fortunate for Jackpot, that being Leafy. Most of the clams were on her, which is, this actually might already be the push over. If they do get Shadowin in this corner and manage to suppress the fire on him, Shadowin does jump out. Penalty did go down though, but it does seem like it's going to be really hard now for Jackpot to come back. They need to get a power clam in 30 seconds. They need to keep the control here, which at least they're keeping that currently, but
they have
not get those. Yeah, but if they don't get those clams, they will be for nothing, as they are trying to build a power right now currently with 20 seconds left. Lead here with 5 of them, I believe the most on the team, is going to go back and finds the clams to get that power clam. Jumps back to her team, and this is the push.
They got bubbles.
Here.
They have the resources.
Keo does go down.
Shadow specials.
Bubbles.
They can take lead.
It's only Shadowin left though, and he does get the lead.
They got it. They need one more clam to end it. But Shadowin gets a nice pick, and this is going to be huge, and they win.
Shadowin with the tent gets the pass clam from Leafy, puts it in, then gets some clams himself. Extremely clutch play coming from Shadowin there to pretty much win Jackpot the game. I mean, even then Jackpot did set up that push. It wasn't all Shadowin, but you know, he may have bottom fragged that game, but he for sure did a really clutch play at the end. Insane plays by Jackpot.
What is Just insane game there from Jackpot to tie it up. You guys talked about in the beginning their specials that could get them in for the push with the tent, and they pulled it off not just once, not just twice, but 3 times in a row just to take the lead back. I thought Stormy, as you were saying, Whole Lotta Rage had that clutch pick on that 4th super clam and that first push that would possibly win them the game. But Jackpot did it, guys. They did it. They pushed us to a 2-2 tie after some amazing final plays. Wow.
Oh my God. I got some more editing I got to do, don't I? Oh, Lord.
It's about to be the best day you about to edit, my man, for real.
No, honestly, yeah. I feel like I deserve it. I didn't edit anything for like the pro tier, so I feel like I should.
Oh my goodness. Well, clutch plays there by everyone on Jackpot. It was interesting to see that Whole Lotta Rage definitely had a chance there to win, especially with all the picks they were getting there in the beginning. So I was a little surprised to see that they couldn't hold on there. But again, well done to Jackpot. This is a best of 7, so we potentially are going to see a Game 7 if both teams now take 1-1 over these next 2 games. We are moving to Splat Zone's Wahoo World. Guys, based on what you've seen from these 2 teams so far on this map and mode, who are you giving the advantage to?
Well, what is the map mode?
Splat Zone's Wahoo World is where we're going.
Splat Zone's Wahoo World, right? I mean, we've seen both times these teams have won. It's just been extremely, extremely close. And we saw at the end there, it's just whoever made those final good plays. But it did seem like kind of there. WLR, even though they did stop that push where, they stopped that 4th power clamp, it did dwindle down the lead of Jackpot immensely. So once Jackpot was able to just get control again, which he did easily since they pushed straight to right and went down again, Jackpot was able to set up and get the win there. So I feel like WLR is going to be a bit more careful here to not die at the worst moment, because sometimes you think that, oh, I died here, right? We can just come back from spawn and we'll be fine. But then you notice that penalty is gone already. This game is Splatoon, right? It goes insanely fast sometimes, so you don't want to risk dying sometimes.
We're ready for game number 5. This set between Whole Lotta Rage and Jackpot is a best of 7. Winner will advance to the finals and not have to play the loser bracket. The other team will have to play in the loser bracket to get into finals. So we are ready for game number 5. Take it away.
Right, now we're on Splat Zone's Wahoo World. We see both comps now coming out on the side of Jackpot, the same comp we have been seeing. Once again, Kiowa on that splash. Meanwhile, on the side of WLR, we see again their usual comp now with the double armor. One already going down, Q going down on that squeezer. Now going to try to manage this left flank, but though Shadow in with some good bumps, gets the pick there. Shadow in out for another, gets the pick on the Swiffer, and that is now a 2v2 situation pretty much now in mid. And Shadow going to try to paint this zone first. He's going to get the cap, and this is already now Jackpot getting control here, as WLR is going to have to come back in, Stormy.
Yeah, and honestly, I will give the comp advantage to the side of Jackpot. It seems like they have a lot more aggression going for them, but 3 do go down the side, and now WLR needs to initiate their lockout phase, box special and push up and maybe find some picks, and that way they can lock out and win this game. And Jackpot just needs to find a way back in after struggling to fight against this machine.
Yeah, really good pick there by Nas. He's just going to keep going in. Gets another pick on Q. Maybe another further triple on Shadow in here, but isn't off the back. I was seeing that armor pop. His machine, he does drop that Junior, though. Going and getting that pick when he sees the opportunity. Now Leafy on this jet. Gonna get the pick
nice
there
pick by
on the
Leafy.
Swiffer. Maybe gonna get the pick on Menace here as well. Gets the armor off him at least. And it's definitely gonna be important later on. And right now, though, WLR is still keeping control of this zone as much as they can, though, as Jackpot does come in and take the zone. Now, Menace on his jet, going to be looking for some picks himself, though, as he does ship the armor off one. Maybe gets the pick on Q. Is he going to get it? And seems like he might get his jump pack. Camp does get it camped. And has 3 down now on the side of WLR as Stormy. Right now, Jackpot is going to take the lockout phase.
Yeah, Jackpot is indeed getting set up for a lockout phase, and it looks like they're in a great position here as Keo does his bomb rush. So now they just need to able control. They need to push them all to one side of the map so they can group it together and find a bunch of picks. And if they're able to do that, and Q here has bubbles, they can wipe them right now and end this game, and they end this game and win game 5.
Yeah, we're about to see a special fight coming here right now as armor does come out from the Swift. Special coming out from Nylon, and lead is going to shift, but now it does go down on that left side. Another one goes down for Jackpot, though. 3-3 situation right now as Keo is going to be sharpened on that zone. Maybe look for some picks. right now. Just
what I was talking about.
Armor, maybe trying to do some stuff. Keo does go down. This is now the opportunity for WR to come back in and take that zone. They do take the zone. This game is not over yet. But right now, though, definitely Jackpot with the lead, and they do have a lot of time to come back in here if they do get their specials. But it's definitely going to be a bit hard for WR to defend that. But, Dorian, what do you think right now WR needs to do to defend this?
WR needs to do what Jackpot tried to do today. They need to pop the special, push them on one side of the map, and find a bunch of group picks with these physic bomb spam and all their specials. They have Inkjet. They do have 2 armors. They have Inkjet. They have Splashdown. If they can use special accordingly, push up and find some picks right now. Like, find a pick on the Inkjet right now, but no, 2 goes down. And Jackpot might take the zone back. Because they don't the armor, they have bubbles at the ready.
On that flank, though,
but no!
He's going to go down. Zone is being held by Domo here in Gator.
There's the bubbles. Side. They got a cap here.
But they might be able to shift the cap. They do shift the cap as Gator's on the last one left there. A really good flank by Nylon. Pretty much distracting, I believe, 1 or 2 members on the side of Jackpot, and that was able to let Domo and Gator just pay enough to get that lead. Now, Jackpot, once again, is going to have to lock out here. If they can get their specials just like last time, they might be able to lock out WR here, but it's not going to be easy because it is a whole lot of rage. As the armor already coming out from Shadow, and armor coming out from the side.
Oh, they pick up the machine, though.
Down. Inkjet might not be able to find some picks because of this. No, he's not be able to find the picks. Bubbles coming out from
Man didn't find any picks there.
This might be the lead shift as Bomb Rush coming out from Keo. Nylon dies 2 down outside WR. Leafy does go down though. 3 outside WR. This is might be the KO here. And Jackpot going to bring this set 3-2 further favor. Right now going to game 6, I believe. Yeah, game 6.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, sorry, can't count. Forgot to do math real quick. But seriously, right now, just this set is insane. We saw there the lead shift, I believe, like 5-6 times. You know, early game at the end there is shifted like 3 times with those low points. It's amazing play by both teams, but Jackpot in the end edging WLR out, and right now WLR is on the back foot. They cannot lose this next game. They got to win a 2 in a row to take this set.
Whew, man, that was insane how close these 2 teams are. I mean, you're seeing these back and forth, getting the zone almost down to a KO, flipping, flopping it back and forth. Jackpot taking it at the last time, and now they are up indeed 3-2, which is surprising in this very close matchup that most people would have said Whole Lotta Rage has the upper hand, has the advantage. But now we're sitting at a game number 6 where Jackpot could send Whole Lotta Rage down to the loser's bracket. So this is becoming more and more tense for Whole Lotta Rage. They got to be feeling the pressure for the first time in the playoffs, for the first time in this league. So we're starting up game number 6, guys. And Stormy, how does now Whole Lotta Rage, who has been dominating, now find themselves in a 3-2 hole, get back so that we can see a game number 7 here? We're going to tower control on Piranha Pit.
Well, what WR needs to do is, you know, we talk about Leafy, we talk about Q, but I feel like they need to take out Shadow Wind. It seems like from all these games, Shadow Wind is their clutch factor. That's the X factor. That's the dude or the person that's making a difference on the other side of Jackpot. Everyone else is doing their job, but Shadow Wind just has that clutch factor. They need it the most. Like, he popped armor at the right time, found a pick on Nylon with the bomb, and that's how they were able to close it that last game. So I feel like they need to take out their clutch factor, take them out in the most critical situations so they can start winning their fights and maybe win the game.
Whew. Yeah, well, we have half a minute left. IPS. Does Whole Lotta Rage have it in him? Are we going to see a game number 7?
Look, it's Whole Lotta Rage, all right? They're one of the best teams in Splatoon right now. Same thing with the players who are not playing on Jackpot. It is kind of a pickup, but even then, still really good players themselves as well. You know, WLR definitely has them in them to bring this to a game 7, you know. We saw already in the last TC game, they were way back, but they came back right in and punched Jackpot right in the jaw and took back the lead. So if they do the same thing here, they're definitely going to take this game.
Well, we are ready for game number 6. Whole Lotta Rage has to win it to push us to a game 7. This is semifinals of our bracket, and Jackpot could send themselves to the finals with a win. Let's see if they can do it here. Piranha Pit tower control.
All right, looking at both of these teams' comps, we do see now on the side,
Bam.
WLR seems like a bit of a calm change. We see now Gator on this bamboo, made for that missile pressures in general, just being the better weapon for tower control. Meanwhile, on the side of Jackpot, which is the same comp as per usual, as Gator already making a difference with that bamboo, getting a pick on Q with that, just hitting right on the tip of her head. And now this is going to be the first push coming out for WLR. As Leafy going to try to do the flank with a knot here, but Manus is going to say, hell nah, is going to get that pick. And now already push coming in for WLR as AJ caught by Madness. Going to be trying to find a pick here on Q. Maybe getting it, but Farmer does come out for Jackpot, so he might have to back a little bit. Nylon did go down during that process. Keo does go down as well right now. 3-3 situation as Madness is stuck in kind of a corner, trying to stay alive. Q here maybe looking for the pick, but Gator helping his teammate with that bamboo there as two do go down on tower though. WLR ready now pushing into 56. Q gets one, maybe looking for two here to end this push bleed, but does go down to Domo, but Domo ends up getting picked by the help of her teammates. And now, already WLR to a push 56 Stormy. Jackpot's gonna have to bring this back.
Yeah, but it's going to be really hard for Jackpot to, you know, get to the tower, contest the tower with this bamboo sitting there. It's such a deadly weapon to go against. And the only way they're going to be able to take them out is if they pair up against them, find a way to pop this pressure on both sides of that bamboo and focus them. We saw them do it earlier to get them off the tower to get the push going, but they have to do it all the time. And to be honest, that's a really hard task to do on a map like Piranha Pit. It's so easy for that bamboo to find picks and pick them off, especially when the other team has a machine pushing up here. And Jackpot really needs to pull it together here in order to take this game because they are at a major comp disadvantage.
Yeah, we do see though that they do get some picks there on WLR, and right now Keo trying to back here as actually a push is now starting for Jackpot as there's two people on that right side stuff WLR, and they might be coming out to them, maybe reposition themselves, or else this might be an easy sweep through left for them. Leafy now getting on this top left to take control, as right now WLR is really on the defense right now. Not really any specials currently ready for Jackpot, so this is going to be a fight of mechanics. Right now, Splashdown coming from Nylon, but he does go down. Inkjet fight between Manus and Leafy. No one seems to be able to win that fight, but it does stall it out a little bit. Right now, just Gator trying to put pressure on that tower as much as he can. Leafy going to go for that pick on Manus there, but is going to go down to the missiles, I believe. Now Shadowwind backing up this left side. Nylon and Manus going to take mid together, and this now is going to be control going to WLR. As I say that, though, Keo drops in, getting a pick on Nylon. And right now, this might be another push opportunity for Jackpot as Keo is going to make his own push, his own right in this tower and putting pressure as well. Just multitasking right now, Stormy.
Yeah, I feel like what Jackpot is doing is they're focusing their targets on the players here so they can enable that bamboo from doing a lot. But but each time they do that, someone on WR is clutching it out, finding really key picks here as they're getting backed up in the corners on the map. And it looks like right now, Jackpot is going to be pushing up a lot, and it's going to be trouble.
Yeah, Master.
I mean WR, my bad.
Yeah, that's all right. He's got Ancient now popping, pop from Madness. Now it does go down though, but Armor pop from Domo. Now 3-2 situation, Squeezer does go down. Leafy getting that pick on Domo there, but right now, Gator and Manus putting that pressure onto Keo and Leafy, as actually it might reverse the pressure here, as Manus does go down and Gator is going to have to back off. But right now, Stormy, we see that, you know, WR has passed two checkpoints, and, you know, if Jackpot wants any chance of winning this game, they're going to have to get past that checkpoint themselves.
Just such great movement coming here from Shadowwind on his junior. Like, he goes around this map, finds his picks, and he's the reason why, I feel like he's one of the reasons why Jackpot is still in this game, and they need to pull it together and find a push here. Take out this machine, take out that knot, take out that bamboo, for God's sake. That bamboo has barely died this entire game.
Yeah, I don't even think he's died once. I haven't even seen him off the game. But as I say that, though, massive pressure for Jackpot. This might be a lead shift if they get past that checkpoint. Right now, WR is going to have to come in quicker after all that pressure. Armor does come out, though, and Bubbles. This might be a lead shift here if Manus does not put up pressure with his jet.
Shadowwind is still alive!
Going down. Shadowwind surviving on this tower. Good to get the lead from Jackpot. Lead shift now, 3 down.
3 down!
Gator, last one left. This might be a KO here. Gator not coming out with the miss here. Maybe gonna push up, but he does get out of those bombs. Now it's dropping in.
Q was gonna win that fight.
And right now, Keo standing back, just watching as hell breaks loose. Now Respawn's coming in from WLR. Keo still going to start on this tower. And that is
Jackpot
game.
win.
Jackpot. Wow. Final second lead overtake. Amazing movement coming in from Shadowwind to clutch that up off the Managing Jet. And Jackpot going to take the set. 4-2 against Whole Lotta Rage, making the upset, and now heading on to the grand finals next week.
That is insane. Like we talked about it. How I told you how that Jackpot was focusing on the front slayers and Deadly Bamboo for doing anything, and they did that on the final push. And I thought that WLR was going to stop that tower there, but Shadowwind was just hanging on the walls in the tower, moving around like crazy, and they were not able to get him off. And then he bought enough time for the slayers to come in and find the picks they needed in order to take the game. And Jackpot sitting in grand finals, definitely feeling good about winning that cash prize.
Wow, that was crazy. We had predictions out there, and a lot of people were saying Whole Lotta Rage is the one that's going to take it. And Jackpot is forcing them into the losers bracket now, taking this set 4-2. IPS, are you surprised and shocked as I am? Or is Jackpot actually just this good, and maybe we're hyping up Whole Lotta Rage a little too much here?
I mean, in the end, it is somewhat of an upset in the sense that, of course, people were expecting Whole Lotta Rage to win. Although I am not insanely surprised. It was not like, you see, originally, the original Jackpot, WLR was insane, of course, with Josh and all, they're insanely dominant. They're, of course, being just insanely high, just being insanely strong. Coming off, of course, like a 3-0 Radiance and GGG, all those kinds of results. Jackpot lately has been struggling a bit, but, coming in here now, Q still playing with them. Shout outs to them, of course, even though they left the team, still deciding to finish WTP with them. That's just great, sportsmanship in general. And then Keo coming in for the clutch sub for Legend, just really good players, really good play coming from them. Now they're sitting in grands as, probably they might have to play WLR again next week. And, WLR now hoping maybe next week they might be able to pull it together. And even without Josh, might be able to get the coordination down possibly, and just other little mistakes they made these games to come back next week and take the dub.